Good evening, I'm student meteorologist Ariana Whittick here with your Tuesday edition of FSU Weather. Let's take a live look at Doak Campbell right now where we see the sun peeking through those clouds in the sky. Current conditions right now, it is 92 degrees under partly cloudy conditions. Winds coming out of the northwest at 13 miles per hour. Current temperatures around the region. For most of our area, it's in the lower 90s, but near the coast, we're in the upper 80s at the moment. Our current and local radar right now, we do have those scattered thunderstorms off to our east and some back to our west. Tonight's local forecast, we have temperatures that are going to stay in the upper 60s and lower 70s down near the coast. For tonight's headlines, we have record heat tomorrow in Tallahassee. Severe weather is returning to the plains once again, and summer is in full swing for much of the U.S. All this and more on FSU Weather.
Well, good evening again, and welcome in again to this Tuesday edition of FSU Weather. I'm student meteorologist Evan O'Regan. One more live shot at Doak Campbell Stadium. That sun is peeking through those clouds right now. It is still pretty hot outside, 92 outside right now, so it's really just kind of uncomfortable outside because we have those elevated dew points as well. But it's still partly cloudy, and the wind is actually coming out of the northwest, so that's a change we've had coming because it has been coming out of the south recently. So maybe it's a tad more comfortable, but still not those 50-degree dew points we had last week. Satellite and radar around the southeast, we have clouds offshore associated with that cold front that went through the northeast yesterday, and we also have plenty of pop-up showers and storms around the panhandle of Florida, so places like Cross City getting in some of the action right now, and also just the north of East Point, and also Panama City getting into some of the action as well. We actually had early with a severe thunderstorm warning just north of Cross City, but that has since expired, which is good news. So the temperature almanac for today, we did get up to 93, close to a record of 95. We'll have to see if we can break a record tomorrow. Tomorrow's high temperature record is 97, and that was set back in 1998. So we'll have to see if we have a shot at that 97 tomorrow, because it is going to be very hot tomorrow, hotter than it was today, still very above average for this time of the year, above that 88-degree high. So we're still sitting in the the low 90s across much of the area. We are cooler down by the coast. Apalachicola sitting in the middle 80s at 86. Similar story for Carsonville and St. Mark sitting right now at 86 and 87 there. And it's still feeling quite warm outside. Still sitting at 95 on the real feel for Monticello right now, and sitting in the lower 90s much elsewhere also. So not really much relief coming from this heat, and that's because we have those elevated dew points. 71 is our dew point right now in Apalachicola. That breeze coming off the ocean right now, really making it feel muggy. 63 in Tallahassee, so a little bit more comfortable than yesterday, but still not where we want it to be with those comfortable dew points in the 50s. Winds are light and variable around the area, sitting at 13, coming out of the northwest in Tallahassee right now. Future radar, some clouds will be around tonight, with those winds still coming out of the west and northwest for the most part. And tomorrow looks like a nice clear day. We will have, still can't rule out a chance for a pop-up shower or thunderstorm, as is typical for this time of the year, but we won't have a widespread event, so that's always good news. But still be aware for that pop-up shower or storm tomorrow as well. Tonight in Tallahassee, looks like 69 degrees, upper 60s for the majority of the area tomorrow. Tonight, warmer down by the coast in the lower 70s there, and tomorrow that's where we have our chance of breaking that 97-degree record. 95 right now is the forecast temperature, 96 there in Valdosta and Madison for tomorrow, so we'll really have to see how close we get to that record. But tomorrow we want to make sure you walk your dog before we get to that 87 at 11 a.m. at 87 degrees. So a hot one tomorrow, nice Thursday and Friday, cooling off slightly. That thunderstorm threat does return in a more significant way for Saturday and Sunday. So make sure you have your umbrellas for the weekend. Now we'll take a look wider at the southeast.
That is right, and while we are going to need our umbrellas this weekend, look at those clear skies right now. Temperatures are in the 80s all around the southeast at the moment. Current conditions, we do have some 90-degree marks at Montgomery, Tallahassee, and look over back towards New Orleans with temperatures at 91. Shreveport, 91 as well. Current conditions at our dew points, very muggy conditions all along the coast, the Florida panhandle down into South Florida, as well as to our friends In New Orleans, very muggy at 72 dew point temperature. Wind speed and directions, we do see what is causing those hot temperatures. We have a high pressure system that is in the Gulf right now that is keeping that wet weather away from us. A look at our surface pressure map. We have two high pressure systems, one near up Tennessee and Atlanta with a stationary front right along the I-10 corridor. Drought monitor throughout the region. So as we can see, back to our friends in Dallas and Oklahoma, it is going to have extreme to exceptional drought in those areas. So they are looking for the rain. But our friends in the Carolinas, it is going to be severe drought and moderate drought for most of the area. Our future radar just shows some similar conditions with rain popping up in the Carolinas, but most of the area just experiencing wind, some clouds, but plentiful amounts of sunshine. Our 48-hour rainfall total as we head into our Thursday, we can see that our friends in Missouri are going to get 1 to 2.5 inches of rain, and then over into Kentucky and northern Tennessee, similar conditions of 1.5 to 2.5 inches of rainfall. Our 5-day forecast for New Orleans, great place, but it is going to be super hot in the area, 95 degrees tomorrow, but we are going to cool down with rain coming into the area Saturday and Sunday. For tonight's forecast, we're going to have warmer conditions in southern Florida, 75 in Miami, 66 in Tallahassee. Over towards New Orleans, 73, but as we work our way north into Nashville, 61 degrees. Tomorrow's forecast, hot temperatures around the southeast with temperatures in the 90s across most of the areas. So those temperatures are going to be very hot for the region. How about that, Evan? Are you liking the heat?
I'm not, especially when it's coupled with that humidity. I'm really not a fan. But we do have right now, as we transition to we only get more humid and more hot. So hopefully that will hold off just a little bit, but I'm not too optimistic. But as for our current surface map right now, this is actually seems a little old for the surface map, but we do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for the Iowa-Missouri border. Let's zoom into that, and we'll take a look at that day one storm outlook for today. We have an enhanced risk in the Great Plains today, level 3 out of 5. So we have the main threats are going to be damaging winds and large hail, and I'll get into that in a second here. But on that visible water vapor right now, we have those high cloud tops. That's because we have those thunderstorms going on right now. Those thunderstorms usually have those higher cloud tops with those colder tops as well. So you can really see that on that water vapor, that have plenty of moisture associated with this system, and that's really working its way through the Great Plains right now. But zooming into that damaging wind probability for today, we have a widespread area of 30% or greater chance of seeing 50 or greater knots of wind. That's 58 miles per hour, so that's severe criteria. And we also have this hatched area, which is where we could see 65 knots or greater, which is 70 miles an hour. So we want to make sure that we're taking cover here and make sure you secure any loose object, because that's almost hurricane force wind. So we want to make sure that we're taking care of that. And also for the hail today, similar story. In that 30% red area, we have a chance of seeing 1 inch or greater in diameter, and in that hatched area, it's up to 2 inches or greater. So we want to make sure that we're taking cover from these storms. And actually, as we take a look at the Great Plains satellite and radar, we have those storms moving through right now along the Iowa-Missouri border. Right now, we have some active severe thunderstorm warnings right now, and we have to have an active tornado warning right now for Decatur and Norton counties until 6:15 Central. I'm not sure if that's actually Eastern time, so we want to make sure that we're taking cover until 5:15 Central time there. And if we take a closer look, there's that there's that tornado warning. Actually, not in the actual severe thunderstorm watch, which is actually strange to see. But we have that tornado warning in effect until 5:15 Central. But we also do have that yellow highlighted area where that main threat is for that severe thunderstorm watch going into tonight. As we take a closer look, you can see moving off to the east right now, affecting that area along the I-35 corridor, about to cross it there. So you want to make sure that you're ready for those in case you encounter a heavy downpour on your drive home. Same story just to the north of Kansas City. So if you're traveling north on I-35, you want to make sure you're aware of that, just in case you encounter those heavy downpours. But right now around the U.S., still sitting really hot, sizzling hot in Texas, 100 right now in San Antonio. So hopefully that won't come this way toward Tallahassee. We won't see those really hot temperatures, but we'll get there tomorrow, as I've been saying here. But plenty of warmth throughout the country right now with that storm system moving through places like Kansas City, sitting at 82 right now. And that won't help this drought that we're experiencing still in the southwest. So we still want to hold off on those bonfires, don't want to start any fires unnecessarily or risk starting any kind of wildfire here in the desert southwest. So please be aware of that. And hopefully we can get some rain here in the future. But as we look at that storm outlook for tomorrow, doesn't look like those storms are going to be affecting the places that need that rainfall the most. 3 areas of marginal risk for tomorrow. So that's a level 1 out of 5, and that shifts further north to the places that don't need that rainfall. Just a level 2 out of 5, slight risk for places like Minneapolis, working towards Green Bay and Milwaukee for day 3. So that's going to be Thursday. And still plenty hot for tomorrow afternoon, and the same story for Thursday afternoon. Look at that. Highs could be 20 to maybe 30 degrees above average. And look at that, still upper 90s for Texas, and Tallahassee sitting there at 95, potentially breaking that record of 97. But Ariana's going to take a closer look now at our lifestyle forecast around Tallahassee.
That is right, and we're not going to see those 100-degree temperatures near us. However, we are going to look at those beautiful sunny skies with the clouds throughout our Tallahassee region, even into Panama City. Right now, tonight in Tallahassee, as we head into the evening hours, at 10 p.m., it's going to be 77, with temperatures cooling off to around 72 degrees by 2 a.m. Clear skies, no rain, so that's going to make for a great night if you're in College Town. As we head to Gainesville for our in-state rivals down in Florida, at the start of the baseball game, it is going to be 86 degrees, so it's going to be a hot one out there, but perfect for baseball with no rain to be a significant factor in the game. By game's close, hopefully with the Knowles win, it's going to be 74 degrees. For men's golf tomorrow, taking them on at the PGA National Resort in Palm Beach Gardens. Great conditions for golfing. Temperatures are going to start out at 60 degrees, and by the match's end, it's going to be 86 degrees. I love golfing in those conditions. Great weather. Hopefully they can keep them straight in the fairway. The res tomorrow, it is going to be hot all day long. 95 degrees. Can you believe that? I can't believe summer is here already. So make sure you pack your sunscreen if you're heading out to the res, with winds going to be at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Our beach forecast, temperatures are going to be 86. Water is heating up 78 degrees, so that is great news if we're headed to the beach. As we look at our school week planner, Wednesday, 95 degrees. Make sure to keep us a water bottle on hand throughout the day. Temperatures are going to cool down as we head into our Thursday with 93 degrees. It's going to be our coolest as we end out the week at 89 degrees, although sunny skies, so no chances for rain, so we don't need to pack our umbrella for that. So we're going to take one last live look at Doak right now. Still sunny skies, clouds in the background, partly cloudy, 92 degrees, and winds coming out of the northwest at 13 miles per hour. Current conditions around the area, we're going to have lower 90s, in the northern half of our region, but it's going to be a little bit cooler near the coast in the upper 80s as we have that sea breeze pushing its way onto the coast right now. Current dew points throughout the region, we can see muggy conditions are going to persist, so that 95 degrees tomorrow, it is going to be hot. Make sure you're staying well hydrated and out of the sun. For our future radar, as we can see, it's going to maybe have a few clouds work into our area, chance of a pop-up shower. We can't ever rule those out, but it's going to be clear skies for most of the day. Tonight in Tallahassee, temperatures are going to be 65 degrees under partly cloudy skies with winds that are calm. As we take a look at our week ahead right now, 95 degrees, I cannot emphasize that enough. It is going to be hot outside, so be prepared. Make sure to walk your dogs earlier in the morning when there's a chance for them to stay nice and cool throughout the day. As we work into the weekend and into the beginning of next week, the rain chances are going to come back into our area, but temperatures are going to cool down. So that is some great news as we end our week at 83 degrees. If you like us right now, you can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FSU Weather. Make sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FSU Weather. And then you can also watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/FSU Weather. Send in any pictures that you have of the weather at FSU Weather. And one last look at our 7-day.